We out here. Ooh, we out here. Fifth day without the weed. I'm feeling great. Other day, barbecue some steak. King of Israel, why these niggas be fake? I practice love while they practicing hate. You fuck with the mob, you gonna get your ass baked. I got them old goons, they gonna fucking make you, ooh. They gonna sweep you like a rake. Old goon in the house. Old goon in the house. Shoot you all in your face, put the gun in your mouth and blow your brains out. That's all I know. That's all I be. I'm the king of the GODs. Yeah, we got their ass now, boy. It's over now. It's over. I feel good, boy. Day number 4 completed. Going into day number 5, no weed. Feel good. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of business to do, man. Got to get some shit going, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, the first month I got here, it was really just a setup, you know what I'm saying, and be used as the vessel that I am for Father, Lord Almighty, the Most Higher, higher. You know what I'm saying? The source, the controller, Milky Way. And I really feel that first month was hella treacherous. This second month treacherous. But it's better now, man, because you know what I'm saying? Self-healing is a great thing, bro, when you really accept it. When you really want to heal, you allow it to happen for you. If you don't want to heal, you know what I'm saying, you'll be like, bro, you know, y'all notice I was just clowning out here. And I'm going to stay clowning if they mess with me. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we don't have to do that now, bro. Ogun out here. Ogun everywhere. Everywhere. They going to protect little baby Shango Shalom. You better believe that. Father Aladdin's son, Shango Shalom. Try to get me some loving by next month. I want some loving. Pretty girl. I want me a beautiful woman in my life. A beautiful, beautiful women. I ain't no one woman man. I would not ever be a one woman man. I never been. The first marriage, I had a mistress. The second marriage, I had A couple of freaks. Even though the second marriage, I was in a land full of Delilahs, but I was fucking them Delilahs and making them turn on their own federal bureau, cause they was none but citizen agents. I was fucking them girls so good that they be finna tell me. I'm a federal agent, Will. They sent me to destroy you, but I love you. You love me. Well, give me some money. Here you go. Let's go to the bank. Soon we get to the bank, I'll stand there and give me the card. Bleep, bleep, bleep. How much I can get? Whatever you want to get. One of them little federal Delilahs. I fucked her so good. I'm talking about that motherfucker was on the phone talking about I got me a real man. And she was a blow up. She was a blow up. I'ma listen to Tiffany tonight. I gotta listen to my high priestess. I'm not subscribing with y'all. I'm not. I will give y'all hearts after I listen to the message, because all that that Esau mixed message master manipulation bullshit is over. Once I catch you doing some dumb shit on that shit, we gonna smoke you. God written. We gonna smoke your ass. I'm telling you. Shouts out to my brothers that cut the grass today, man. The goats, the real goats of the game, boy. Them boys cut this grass so beautiful. They cut it beautiful. They don't play. That's why I want to get them boys like 3. I'm gonna give them 3, cause they cutting my land. I'm sitting on my land. Period. Period. God written. All this my land, and they knew it too. Woo! And get what I'm gonna do? Leave it just like it is. But all them their little brands on my land, that shit coming off my land. Like this part right here, the city of this. No, this is mine. It ain't gonna have no name on it. It ain't gonna have no brand on it. Like the school, once everything's said and done, they're gonna be like, Mr. So-and-so, if you want to, it's your land. If you want to, you can charge the school rent, or you can have the school demolished. It's your land. Why would I do that? I'm not gonna do none of that. I don't want no rent or nothing. I just wanted to keep going for the babies. I want that school to keep going for the babies. It's all, why would I have them to take all that and demolish that? Even though it was built upon treachery upon my land, it's still for the babies. This is my land, God written. Well, I'm the courier of Augusta McCoy, my grandmother, which is my Oracle godmama. I'm the courier. I hold Augusta McCoy up in me, boy. I'm William. I'm gonna leave it just like this. And what make it so crazy is that I ain't gonna even be here. All this is my land, and I'm gonna be in Seattle. I got almost 300 acres in Seattle. I got 300 acres of beautiful land like this, manicured. Well, I got 115 acres like this, and then I got 175 acres on the backside of that 115. Just wooded. It's all wooded. I'm finna have all that shit cut down. I'm having it all cut down where, you know what I'm saying, it's just beautiful land all the way through. Nigga, I got 300 acres of land in Seattle, Washington right now. What? I'm on. And then I got my beautiful grand oracle godmama, my beautiful confirmation by the trumpets. My beautiful grandmother, you know what I'm saying, left me a house in Dalesville. Big confirmation, the trumpets. Let the trumpets blow. But like I told y'all, that house is just my grandmother's house is gonna just be a house where I come to for holidays and shit when I come down here. You know what I'm saying? And when I come down here, when I fly down here on my private jet, I would have like, one of my little female down here to come get me once I get off my private jet, and then, you know what I'm saying, I go and smash her real quick, and then go to my grandmother's house, you know what I'm saying, and just be there for a couple days or something, about a weekend or a week or something, and bro, look, go right to my little car port, take the key, open that lock, and then I got a Lamborghini in there. I got a Corvette, and then I have my old school in there. Cause my truck gonna be up there in Seattle. But the Lamborghini, the Corvette, and that shit just for when I come down here. That shit gonna be right up in that car garage. Nigga, I got the Mercedes Maybach, nigga, up in Seattle, nigga. The 2026 Mercedes Maybach, nigga. I'm telling you. Then I got the Lamborghini Revolto. And then I got the Lamborghini truck. Then I got my Denali truck from down here. Then I got the short body 2026 Cadillac Escalade. And I got that bitch on 30s, nigga. On God. And let me tell you something, my Maybach on 28s. Nigga, on God. And nigga, look, my Lamborghini truck, I got that on 28s. I'm big feet. So I'm driving big feet on mine. And then I got the 2026 Rolls Royce Ghost convertible. That's up in Seattle. And that ain't even nothing. That's just the start of Seattle, nigga. Told you, nigga, 600 cars in my garage for real, boy. At my house, at my big house. Then I got 600 more cars everywhere. Watch, I got 12 houses. Go read Revelation. Once I sealed the Armageddon, come on, man. I got 12 gates. 12 gates. What that mean? That's 12 estates. Them Esau's wasn't fucking doing nothing out here. They were making me wealthy. Oh man, I had walked from the store, man. I seen the little baby football babies. That was so cute. They little, and they out there got their helmets on. They so cute. All them little babies. I'm talking about them babies wasn't even, them little babies, I mean, they old as hell. They old. But I'm talking about in the vessels. Their little vessels, they like, some of them like 5 and 6. They just so cute. They look like a little baby football team. That's so cute. But it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel so good. I feel good, but it's just like, just making it through, man. Like, forget all this extra shit. Forget all that stuff. And then I feel like the land is getting kind of, really beautiful on some. Once we did this shit and got these motherfuckers, all them evil motherfuckers, man, the land is finna come to beautiful. Like the little baby cheerleaders. They said, we are in the spirit. The little baby cheerleaders, the little bitty baby cheerleaders. They said something. We're in the spirit. Let the trumpets blow. Blow. But I'm going to tell the ops one last time. You better go on about your business. All the ops that keep sneakily, ain't none really trying to press up now, but all them ops trying to sneakily press up. You better sit your motherfucking ass down. I'm telling you, we gonna take your whole head off your body. No lie. I'm Abram. That was converted into Abraham. I'm Abram. I'm number one, nigga. Esau think they still got that power. Nigga, we cut Esau's head in half. The ascended master Esau, we cut that motherfucker head in half. So what that mean? Huh? We're finna do the Esau's on the surface. We did the Esau, the ascended master Esau. Now we finna do the vessels of Esau. We're gonna shoot they motherfucking head off. We sure is, huh? On God we is, huh? On God you are. On you, Father. We gonna kill these motherfuckers. They better sit their ass down and get the fuck on. Matter of fact, a lot of these Esau better go and hit the highway and get the hell on. Cause they finna die. I'm the Grim Reaper. I'm telling you. I've been telling you every day that I'm the real Grim Reaper. I'm the real Grim Reaper. If you don't want to believe it, then we gonna sneak up on you. We gonna come up on you like a thief in the night. Armed man. Right in your face. We're gonna splatter your head. We're gonna kill you. We ain't got no time to play with you. Facts. Facts, huh? We're gonna shoot we got some shit out here, shoot your head off your body. That's why, man, this the Old Testament. Ain't no more New Testament. I done closed out the New Testament. I done closed out the whole New Testament. It's over. That New Testament don't exist no more. And then what makes it so sexy is that the Old Testament, Father said, we're bringing nothing but the laws. We're bringing nothing but the laws. What is that? That's Leviticus, Numbers. It's Leviticus, Numbers. I had to get my scriptures, but it's Leviticus, Numbers, you know what I'm saying, all the way through there until you get to Samuel. Once you get to 1 Samuel, then it's telling the story about King David, how I came into the third dimensional fleshly realm to get this done. My SKS is out. My AR is out here too. Ooh, my SKSs, my ARs, my 223s, and the AKs, huh? and the AKs. They out here, boy. I'm telling you, boy, you ain't gonna see none of it. You just gonna hear that shit and you gonna see that white light, motherfucker. Woo! Hit you all in the back with that motherfucker. We gonna hit them in the back, all in their face. I'm talking about overkill these niggas. We're gonna overkill these Esau's, I'm telling you now. You know, let me tell you something. Isaac, second world. Isaac, it was encrypted that Esau was supposed to be servant and stewards to the baby Jacobs. Because the baby Jacobs are the called children. We're the chosen ones. We're the cubs of Father God. The lion den, Judah. The Judas, you feel me? And so, you know, Isaac, the father of Isaac, the father of Jacob and Esau, which is God, all of it's God, everything's God. Everything out here is Father Lord Almighty. You know what I'm saying? Even us, we're just the atoms of Father Lord Almighty. Unless you a devil. That means God, Father strip your cords. He don't want you. You are uncalled man. You are uncalled woman. Like Father, when he pull your controller plug out your head, out your helmet, you ain't nothing to him. You just walking around here on your own will. See, Esau couldn't do what we do. You feel me? You think Esau can go through this struggle and the trials, the long suffering, the struggles, the trials and tribulations of this universe? Do you think Esau can really go really go hungry for 2-3 days? Do you think the Esau's are strong enough to be out here, you know, making it off of nothing? They're not strong, bro. They're not strong at all. So what they do, they hurried up and sold their birthright. You feel me? They sold their birthright for a meal. That means father sent Jacob out and Esau out on that mission to see who's going to be the one that is going to be the chosen one for him. And baby Jacob been out here just manifesting father non-stop. Baby Jacob, Isaac, Abraham, baby Abram, Isaac, and Jacob right here. Look, we been out here worshiping God non-stop no matter what. The book of Job show me who I am. I am Job. Period. Jacob, the oracle baby. Job. And it's funny. Father has set for this lifetime for me immense wealth. He set for me immeasurable wealth. Like this land right here. This land, if it were way back in the days where they was really being real and honest and true and carrying me as the pharaoh, the emperor that I am, this land right here, if anything, I would have made this a complex. I would have took all the brothers and sisters out these little old Section 8 ass apartments, and I would have built a bunch of townhouses out here for them, and made it Section 8. You feel me? I would have took this whole land and made nothing but beautiful town. That school would have been probably built, but I don't think it would have. Yeah, it would, because the kids would have had to have a school. So the school. I just feel like from that, Father just said it. from that community center, on the other side of that community center, all the way back, would have been my opportunity to show my true Christ Jesus. You feel me? By opening up like some beautiful, beautiful apartments, beautiful ass townhouses or something for the community. Take them out them little ass frog houses and put them in bird houses. You feel me? But no, they stole the land. They stole my land. They stole my land. Why you think I'm reincarnated back to my land? Ooh, Lord, there's so many secrets finna come out, boy. You know, we open up the closet. All the skeletons is on the street, bro. We put all the skeletons on the street right now. We took them out the closet and poured the closet on in the midst of the street. In the midst of the street. Ain't no more lies and deception. It's only murder and death on my clock. I'm telling you now. That's all I see. That's all I want. That's all I want. I want the blood of Esau. I want the full blood of Esau. Period. Them Edomites gonna die. Period. Cause they're nothing but a bunch of they say they Freemasons. Ain't nothing free about being Masonic and evil. There's nothing about, there's no freedom to being a Mason. Masons are nothing but warlocks and the Eastern Star witches. That's all they are. I guess they can make, they free to do whatever they want to do because they're witches and warlocks. That would make them free. But they're always chained by the government. Hey man, look, I need you to do this. I need you to go and do this to this nigga and do this. All right, we got it, sir. We got it. How you free? When the governor calls the mayor's a Mason. He's a Mason warlock. Look, how you gonna call yourself free when anytime that Tate Reeves, the governor, call you and say, I need you to do this? You're not free. Cause if you say, no, man, we ain't finna do that shit. We're unity out here. We're not gonna do that shit. Next thing you know, your ass, all your shit getting seized and all your shit getting taken by that white motherfucker. Tate Reeves. You gonna do what I say or we'll pull the plug on you. How you free? Why you calling yourself a Freemason? Fuck all that shit. You a slave Mason. You a slave. Y'all was the ones that was on that Christopher Columbus boat that didn't want to die in the name of the Lord. We died in the name of the Lord and look at us right back again. And then the Eastern Stars, I dated an Eastern Star before. You know what I'm saying? I dated an Eastern Star before a long time ago. Look at that devil. And Eastern Stars, they good for the sex. They real freaky. They're Jezebel witches. That sex is good as fuck. But when it comes to uplifting somebody, once they drain you out, then they starting the witchcraft on you. They starting the tool on you. I had a job. I was working at a moving company over there in Marietta, Georgia. And bro, it was just, Father, Lord Almighty is awesome. Because I don't know how I got over there, but man, I ended up getting a job. I ended up going and get a efficiency hotel room. Back then, the efficiency hotel room was like $130 a month. I mean, $130 a week. I think about $130 or $150 a week. I had the cleanest room man, I had one of the cleanest rooms in there. And then my people used to come pick me up in the truck. We used to work for what that damn storage that moving company. Damn, I forgot that moving company. It was a big moving company. And they used to come pick me up and everything, right? And something happened where her name was Alika. They all their names with an A. Alika, Altair, you know, all of those shit. And yeah, the sex was great, bro. Like, you know, but at that time I was in an unknowing mind state of who I truly am. I was on the other side. And that girl was tooling on me the whole time, bro. Her ragged ass car was a tool. All that shit was fake because they're illusionists. And me and her just got into arguments constantly. Like she presented herself as a good, because I was on the cowboy shit. You know what I'm saying? I was space cowboy on that mode. We straight cowboys out there in Georgia. And went to a club over there on Old National Highway, me and the cowboys, me and Tony and them. I'm talking about so decked in that bitch. It's like Tony and them dressed me up knowing I was gonna get some pussy. That nigga, he came and gave me some Wrangler shit so beautiful, and then big ass Durango belt with the Durango boots, all that shit, cowboy hat that Thaddeus had gave me and shit, cause I was the cowhand. I was the ranch hand. I was the ranch hand. And we all come up in that motherfucker, cause our ranch, Tony Ranch was the hottest shit right then. At that time, Tony Ranch was the poppin' ranch. He had schools coming out there contracting to be on the ranch, and you know that boy was having money, boy. And I was the ranch hand. I made sure everything was taken care of for him. I fed horses. I did everything. He'd be like, "Well, what's up, Tony? Man, go get me a fruit bales of hay." I got you. Take that hay and throw it off on the bottom. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? But once the work is done, he coming. He like, "Get dressed, nigga. Let's go out." I'll be like, "Oh, let's go, nigga." We go out to the club. Man, so cowboyed up. We so sexy, bro. I'm telling you. We go up in that motherfucker. We come up in there, me, Tony, and Thaddeus. We come in that bitch stronger than motherfucker. They was like, "Oh, here come the gods." Here come the gods up in this motherfucker. The gods done just walk up in here. Look at little baby God, big God. He baby God, but he's the big God. And she came out of nowhere. I was just standing there drinking a beer, cowboy style. She walked up and said, "I like you." I was like, "Oh, I like you too." Danced a little bit. Then she said, she was drunk. She was like, "Take me home. Take me to your house." I said, "I stay on the ranch." She said, "I don't give a damn. I want to lay with you." I said, "All right." She was so drunk, I had to drive her car. And we got up there. We got there. And I told you, I made my apartment. I built my apartment. And I built a bed and everything. I said, "You can lay on the bed, baby." And I tucked her in and everything. And then I laid on my chair. I sat on my chair. I had a big chair in there. And that was so just real divine royal that I ain't just jump in the bed trying to fuck on her. I put her in the bed and let her go to sleep. And then I sat in the chair. And she was sleeping for a minute. She slept for a minute because she was drunk as fuck. And she said, "Come get in the bed with me." And I said, "Okay." Got up in the bed, cut the lights off, and smacked that good. Smacked it to the point in the morning I thought she was gonna be gone. Cause see, that's how we were doing, bro. Real nigga. Smack them and then wake up, she gone. Like, good. I hit that pussy so good that I woke up, she was still there. She was sitting there, I woke up and she was sitting on the side of the bed rubbing my head like that. And I was like, hey baby, how you doing? And she was like, that was so good. She said, I want you to come with me today. I said, okay. She said, I want to make you my man. I said, okay. She introduced me to all kind of Eastern Star witches. I went in a house full of witches. They all were looking at me. Pussy was wet as hell. All they pussy were wet. And the next thing you know what I'm saying? Like, we started this little baby relationship or whatever, but that shit was, with them Eastern Star witches, you know what I'm saying? They can't do right. She tried to stay doing right for a minute, but she wasn't righteous. She was acting as if she were righteous. And shit just started happening, man, and she wanted me to. She was like, I'm finna get us an apartment. I want us to live together. But she was trying to get us an apartment up in the Bluff, up in Atlanta. Nigga, I'm not living in the fucking Bluff. You got me fucked up. Why would you want to put me in the Bluff? Nigga, that's straight hell. One of them nigga, I catch one of them nigga with my girl, and them nigga gon' kill. You know I'm finna be like, fuck, nigga, what you doing over here by my house, nigga? I had to buy me a big gun. Them nigga kill over there in the Bluff. Like, why would you want to have somewhere over here? I don't want to stay in the Bluff. She took me over there. She was like, I want to show you the apartment that I'm finna get for us. And I was like, where is it? She was like, it's in the Bluff. I said, I don't want to live in the fucking Bluff. The fuck you talking about, bitch? Nigga, that's just like walking through hell. All the drug activity, all the guns and violence. I'm like, nah, I don't want to live here. Then she took me over to, I don't know if me and Tony got into it or something. I don't know what happened, but we stayed with she got me she introduced me to the dude that got me the job right there, the moving company job. She introduced me to it. And next thing you know, I was working with him, sure was. And he got me in the job, the moving company. And then I got a room. I went and got me a room for $150 a week. I think it was $145 a week or something. And it was right down the street from the job, and he picked me up every day. I'm talking about we were unloading whole motherfucker, like the GE company. We were commercial movers. We wasn't residential movers. We were commercial movers. And that's some big shit. And things were going so good for me, man. But when you got a witch and a dirty ass minded woman on your side, man, you will never prevail. You gotta either let everything go to be with that witch, or you gotta let that witch go to be with everything. And I should have let that witch go, because something happened where my people that I was working with, his wife, something happened. And this is where disaster came, because she came and spent the night with me, because she stayed with her mama. She stayed with her mama, Miss Dorothy. And Miss Dorothy was I think she was like a sergeant in the police department over there in Decatur. She was like a sergeant of the police in Decatur, her mama. Her mama didn't like me at first. Her mama did not like me, because I ain't have shit. She wanted her daughter to be with someone that got a lot of shit. But I had that real shit down in between my legs. Miss Dorothy. And next thing you know, man, something happened, man, and my people that I was working with, he came. Well, they switched up, and I started working with another person because we had another unit because we had a bunch of big ass buildings that we had to empty and shit. So I was getting up, I was feeling good, and next thing you know, I think it was like. Cause see, this girl started coming over and bringing bags and shit, putting bags in my closet. I'm like, why in the fuck is you bringing clothes and shit over here to my house? Cause I want to be over here with you. I said, no, you ain't finna be staying with me. You can stay with your mama. No, this I'm bachelor. Why are you moving all this shit in my room? Putting witch candles in my room and shit, trying to put intimate love spells on me and shit. Because even though I was smacking the pussy, I never love a woman like that until you prove yourself. I'll say I love you all day, but that's just saying it. You feel me? Cause love is God. God is love. But something happened when that bitch got her cause she kept doing witch shit around me and doing dumb shit. And next thing you know, oh, this is so crazy. Next thing you know, the first dude that got me the job, his wife came over there. And me and Alika, we were finna leave. She was finna go to work, and I was finna go to work. My people pulled up at the same time that the girl pulled up. The girl pulled up, I'm talking about strapped up, got headband, got wristbands on, and next thing you know, her and Alika got in a fight. I'm talking about a real fight. I was like. And my nigga had pulled up in the truck. So I'm standing, and I had a Pepsi in my hand. Oh God, it was a Pepsi or a Sprite. And I was just sitting there, cause it was for my lunch break. And I was sitting there, and I'm talking about they getting in an argument about some crazy shit. It was some crazy shit. I don't know what the fuck they getting at, but I think it was her condemnation coming for all that wish shit she was doing to baby God. And I didn't know none of that shit. And next thing you know, old girl just took Alika and said, bitch, started beating her motherfucking ass. Then had Alika down on the head of the car. Had her head down on the car and was like, boom, boom, boom. I stood back. And then she gonna look at me like, you gonna let this bitch hit me? You wouldn't even fight for me. You wouldn't. I'm like, bitch, I ain't finna hit no another woman, bitch. You fight, bitch. That's a one-on-one fight. What the fuck you talking about? Look at you. You wouldn't even help me. She had a big old knot on her head. And the girl snatched her fucking little fake ass weave out her head. And then gonna look at me. You ain't gonna help me fight? You ain't gonna help me fight? I'm getting sick of that bitch ass nigga. That nigga gotta get smoked if he keep on doing all that shit. Anyway, I'm like, man, I ain't finna fight no woman for you, bitch. Now, if that was a nigga trying to fight you, I've been a fuck that nigga up and fuck. I'm talking about really kill that nigga. But that ain't no nigga fighting you. That's a mutual combat of two women. And then my nigga in the truck said, man, fuck them hoes. Let's go to work, man. I said, yeah. I jumped in the truck like, man, fuck that bitch. Old girl beat that bitch ass because that bitch needed that ass whooping. I'm telling you. Then I came back, she wouldn't even answer the phone. And then when she finally answered the phone, I'm like, what's up? You all right? I don't fuck with you no more. I said, all right, bitch, fuck you then, bitch, and hung up in her face. And then I'm talking about an hour later, I'm rolling a big swisher. I'm rolling me a big swisher. Just got off of work and everything. I opened the door, she just bust in. Let me in here. Why you ain't fight for me? I'm like, man, let me tell you something. I ain't finna fight for you, man. What the fuck are you talking about? I said, if that was a nigga, I'll fuck that nigga up. I probably do that nigga dirty and be going to prison. But you know what I'm saying? That was a 2-woman fight. You ain't no real man. You won't even fight for me. And guess what? I was on the phone with her mama before she before she knocked on the door. Hallelujah. I'm like, Miss Daughter, your daughter over here bringing shit to me, and I ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? Da 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 da. And then she turned around, well, Will, you know, just try to put up with my daughter. You want to be with. I said, yeah, but your daughter crazy as fuck. She out here starting shit with girls and shit. And then when she get her ass whooped, then she want to try to blame me for not helping her. I ain't finna help you. That was head up. That's just like if a nigga run up and be like, nigga, what's up? Let's fight, head up. You know motherfucking well. I'm like, what's up, nigga? Better not nobody jump in it. What's up? Let's get it, nigga. Let's head up mutual combat. And then her mama heard her on the phone. And I said, here go the phone. And she was like, who the fuck is this? And she looked so evil. And I said, that's your mama. And her mama was grilling her ass about me. And then the next thing you know, this bitch was on some retaliation type shit, right? So I go to work, shit started happening at work with me. They done start attacking my job. So when I come back, like when I got off of work, I just knew I wasn't gonna go back to work, bro. I just knew I wasn't going back because they started doing some dumb shit, witch ass shit up at the job. And then I was like, fuck, man, I'm finna go back to the street because I ain't even got a job now. And next thing you know, I come over there. This bitch is downstairs with some 2 Edomite niggas that was downstairs up under me. I used to buy weed from. And she up in there laying on these nigga bed and Daisy Duke. She done fucked them niggas. She fucked them niggas. I'm telling you. I snatched that bitch up so pretty. I said, bring your motherfucking ass here, bitch. Why are you grabbing me like that? I grabbed that bitch around her neck and threw her in the room. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck you doing down there with them bitch ass nigga, bitch? Slap the fuck out that bitch. Pow! Like, who the fuck you think I am, ho? Look at you wearing Daisy Dukes and shit. You done fuck one of them nigga. I slapped the fuck out that bitch. I said, get the fuck out of my room, ho. I went right downstairs, said, nigga, let me tell you something, nigga. I'll kill y'all niggas down here, you bitch ass nigga. We'll murder y'all bitch ass nigga. I had Ogun with me way back then. Nigga was like, who you talking to? I said, I'm talking to you, fuck, nigga. Come out the room. Bring your bitch ass out the room. Fucking, nigga, you got my bitch laying on your bed. That's your bitch now, nigga. I don't want that bitch. Yeah, I just slapped that. I forgot about that. I whooped that bitch ass up in that hotel because she thought I was a simp. She really thought I was a simp, nigga. She done laying up in this nigga bed with Daisy Dukes on, got her ass all out. She done fucked the nigga, and he sitting there like it's nonchalant. He would not come out that hotel, cause I was gonna do that. Nigga, I had a blade and everything. I was gonna fuck that nigga up with that blade. I ain't have no gun. God never keep me. God would never let me keep a gun. I done had, hunting guns. I hunt like a motherfucker back in Mississippi, right here in Mississippi when we used to stay all in the country. Nigga, I hunt like a motherfucker with them 12 gauges and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I done had a Colt 45 before, but I ain't never really just held guns like that, cause God already know me. God know me. God know his son now. I'll shoot your ass so fast. I will really shoot you if you fuck with me. Now I get my guns in my wealth. You don't want to fuck with me, and I'm wealthy, and I got that big ass motherfucking Uzi, nigga. I'm gonna have me like a Uzi on my side, nigga. For real. Nigga, I want an old school Uzi, and I'm gonna have it modified. I'm telling you, and I'm gonna have a clip case on the side, so when I get out my Lamborghinis and shit, you gonna see that motherfucker and you gonna back the fuck off. Cause I'll hit your ass with that Uzi, nigga. On God, I will. But yeah, after that, man, it's just been like, you know what I'm saying? That was my first introduction to Eastern Star witches. And it never lifted up because and I got Alika pregnant. Alika, my son, listen, I got out of prison. I went to prison because when I left that hotel, I fell off the grid. I fell down. I went to Hades. But then I had, you know what I'm saying, I had to go back to Mississippi, you know what I'm saying, for some court shit. And I got back to Mississippi. And when I got back here, I was like, man, this fuck all this other shit. Look how that motherfucker brought that spell work through here. See how they bringing spell work through here? Give me back what I was saying. But yeah, so once I got, cause yeah, look, like if we really was trying to, if this bitch were really trying to be a good woman to me, a good like North Wicca, one of them North Wiccas of us, nigga, right now I still be married to that bitch and have kids by her. We have nice ass houses and everything. But these witches were never programmed to come in my life to build me up. They were programmed to come in my life and take me down. It went downhill after that. And then I went to prison in Mississippi. Yeah, I went to prison. Yeah, I went to prison because I was on the run with that shit. And then when I came back, I went to prison. And when I got out in 2001. 2002. I got out July the 3rd, 2002. And at my auntie at my mother / auntie house, Hargie Crenshaw, you know what I'm saying? I told you she threw a party and all that shit and happy I'm out and all that shit. I called her. The next day I called her house, Miss Dorothy house. And I said, can I speak to Alika? And she was like, hold on, Alika, the phone. And I heard a baby in the background. I was like, who baby? She was like, huh? That's my baby. And she didn't know who I was. She thought I was another nigga that she was fucking with. And I was like, what's your baby name? She said, Willie. I said, oh. Oh God. I said, Alika. She was like, who is this? Who the fuck is this? I said, this Will. And she said, don't you call my motherfucking phone no more. I was like, what the fuck you mean? I just got out of prison. I don't give a fuck. Don't call my phone no more. Hung up. So I had a baby by Alika. That baby about, man, that baby about down there 30-something years old now. That baby about 30 years old. Cause I was 16. I was 16. Alika was 23. Yeah, I was 16 and Alika was 23. So shit, that baby about 30. Lil Will by Alika, he about 30 years old, about 30-something years old, nigga, and he my child. I never seen him. But after that, you know what I'm saying, Father being real precise with me and women. But then here come a slew of these Delilahs up in Seattle, up in Atlanta and Seattle. All them witches in Seattle, them motherfuckers there, them witches, they're gonna go to, I'm talking about all them witches. Let me tell you something. Who was that? Who was that? All of them were Eastern Stars too. Who was that? Who was my first little witch? You know, not the Smurfy Hubbard. That was the main little dirty Delilah witch that led me to Seattle, because she had the baby. The only reason I went to Seattle because she had the baby. I was way in New Orleans working for FEMA when the hurricane came. I was working for FEMA. And I was still married to my first big girl. My first big girl came down there and did some slimy shit. Her fat ass. She did some slimy shit. She caught, like, I'm talking about, bro. I went, bro, come on, man, from hell, from the fire all the way up to working for FEMA, nigga. I'm telling you. And my first Mike, white guy that hired me, that's my spiritual father forever. Mr. Mike, that's my father. White man with a big old beard like Santa Claus. And he had his wife, and they came from Texas, and he hired me. We was assembling them hurricane trailers for FEMA. That's my dad, man. That was my spiritual dad, man. I'm telling you, man. He took me right over to his house, to his little trailer, and then Tommy that worked with us, he let me stay in his trailer. And Tommy was an ultimate Texas racist. He was a full racist. He did not like niggas. It was only my work ethic that made him like black people. Made him like this black guy. But I went to Walmart. I went and bought me some boots. I went and bought me some old cheap ass Wrangler pants. I bought me some t-shirts and shit for work. He gave me $200 up front, advancement. And I went and bought a little cheap ass phone. And you know, a phone where you get the card and put the card on the phone and shit for minutes. I bought that. And the next thing you know, I turned around and I called my wife. I called her first. And she, where are you? Hey, man, you ain't miss me, bitch. You been licking that other girl pussy over there. Cause you know, my wife converted from being a lesbo to be with me. She was a lesbo, and then she met me. You over there with that old bitch eating that pussy. You ain't fooling me, and probably fucking niggas too. I miss you. I mean, where are you? Where are you? Cause once I left her, I was gone. Them motherfuckers didn't even see me leave. I'm thief in the night, nigga. I'm telling you. And next thing you know, I said I'm in New Orleans. I work for FEMA, and she just got to laughing like, yo, ass it. I thought you were dead, bitch. I am dead. I'm just living through Christ. I said, yeah. I want to come see you, Will. Where are you? I said, I'm in La Plaza. I'm in La Plaza, Louisiana. It's on the outskirts of New Orleans. So, you know what I'm saying? If you want to come see me, shit, you know what I'm saying? We have to get a room and shit, because I'm staying in this white boy trailer, and he just a racist motherfucker. He ain't gonna let me kick it with you like that. But she did come and try to lay with me up in there, but the motherfucker just kept running through, because he had to go through my little section to go to the bathroom. He'd be farting right by my head and shit, and I can't say nothing because he let me stay in his trailer. I have to cover my nose like, white motherfucker, I'll beat you. He told, don't drink my coffee. You gonna have to buy your coffee. That pot right there, that's my coffee. I said, I'll buy my motherfucking coffee, bitch ass nigga. Next thing you know, my first wife, she was like, I'm finna come down there. I said, for real? I said, do me a favor. She said, what? I said, go to so-and-so and so. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, where you used to get the weed. I said, yeah, buy me an ounce of weed. I said, I'll give you some money when you get here. No, don't worry about it. I'll get it for you as a gift. I said, she said, like, I don't know. I said, look, just take it. You know what? I said, just take it and put it up somewhere. You gonna be all right. So my first wife bought me an ounce of weed. She bought me a bunch of shit. She bought me underwear, socks, t-shirts, and everything. I ain't even really, I said, I just went and got me a pack of t-shirts and stuff and some jeans and I need some boots. That's what it was. I said, I need some boots. I didn't buy my own boots. And she said, I'm gonna buy you some boots and everything. And she brought that shit down there, but she, you know what I'm saying? She pissed me off because we started arguing. She's an Eastern Star too. We started arguing. She'd have missed the fucking exit. I was so happy and so ready to see her. I'm standing all down there like, man, I'm ready to see you, baby. Where you at? I said, you supposed to been got off the exit. She was like, oh my God, I missed the exit. I said, man, you a stupid motherfucker. I said, you so stupid. Like, you don't even know you gotta go damn near 20 miles to the next exit. And I snapped off. But we argued. And I hung up in her face. I was like, man, just go to the exit and come back to the exit and call me. And hung up in her face like, man, like these witches always trying to bring me, like, take my positive energy and put that negative shit in there. So I turned around, she finally got there. All that arguing shit went down the drain as soon as I hugged her and seen her, you know what I'm saying? We got back on love mode and shit. And she was like, come on, come on, we finna get a room right now. I said, all right, I need it too. And I smacked it, you know what I'm saying? We got a room, nice ass room. She got us a nice room, and I smacked it. She got it for like 1 night or 2 nights. I think she got it for 1 night or 2 nights, cause she didn't hardly have no money after. So I was like, why are you? Cause I had to do this, I had to do that, I had to do this, and da-da-da-da-da, but I still got money to get back and all that. I just wanted to come and be with you and all this. And I was like, all right. To the point, I jumped in the driver's seat of the rental car and would, you know, I was like, shit, you can sit in the car while I work. And then, you know, that shit would bring in tension because I started focusing on her more than my job. And then after that, some white motherfucker gonna go over there and be all the one that bring the trailers and park it, gonna walk over there. Cause my big girl pretty as fuck. My big girl was pretty. I don't fuck with no ugly big girls. And he leaning all on the car talking to her. I said, hey man, that's my wife, nigga. Oh man, talking about I'll bend that over right there on that car and hit there. I said, motherfucker, I said, that's my wife, nigga. Oh, my bad. I said, let me tell you something, nigga. You better not even walk over by that motherfucking car no more. Nah, I'm finna leave. My bad. I said, white motherfucker. The fuck away from my motherfucking wife, bitch. Before I take this motherfucking hammer and hit you in your fucking head. Mike like, calm down, Will. Calm down. I'm like, ain't no calm down shit. That motherfucker better not walk over there and talk to my wife no more, or I'm gonna bust his motherfucking head with the crow part of the hammer. Not just the solid part. I'm gonna hit you with that sharp ridges where it go in your skull. And then I went off on her. I'm like, why are you talking to this motherfucker? I told him I'm your wife. I'm like, man, come on, man. Don't come over down here in Louisiana bringing all that bullshit to me, bitch. After that, bro, like, she was finna hit the highway. You know what I'm saying? She was finna, cause that night when she said she was coming, I called my baby mama, cause you know I got that bitch pregnant. You know, I got that bitch pregnant while I was married to this one. You know, she was my mistress, and you know what I'm saying. I got her pregnant, so you know what I'm saying. I mean, shit hit the fan between both of them. So my wife knew about my mistress now, so it didn't matter. But you know, I called where my mistress was. I said, where's Altair? Fake Altair. And her father, Mr. Chuck, was like, oh my God, Willie, I'm so happy to hear from you. I'm like, man, what's up, man? Where's my baby mama? Artera went to Seattle. I'm like, what the fuck she going to Seattle for? Why the fuck she up in Seattle? Well, that's where we're from. We're from Seattle. I said, I know that. But why did she go to Seattle? She supposed to have a baby. She finna have a baby. And then she said, he gave me the number. And I called her. Hello? I'm like, what's up? Oh, that's my baby father. This man, I miss you. Kissing the phone and shit. And I'm like, what's up? Why in the fuck you go way out to Seattle? I wanted to have the baby in Seattle, Will. I'm like, man. I said, man, I was going to make some money over here and come back to Atlanta. Why are you going way up there? I'm like, man, that's fucked up. She said, I want you to come up here. I said, I want you to come up here. I said, man, I ain't coming up to no motherfucking Seattle. I ain't never been there. I said, I ain't never been from down south. Why would I come way up there? And she just started giving me all this old false reality ass fantasy island ass shit, like, we gonna get this, we gonna have a house, I'm gonna buy you a truck. She said, I'm gonna buy you a truck so you can start your business. I'm gonna work hard and I'm gonna take care of you and the baby, and I just want you to take care of the baby and let me work and all this. And I said, well, shit, if you want me to just be on the side with the baby, taking the baby, and you going to work, I could do that. I said, well, I tell you what. I said, cause these motherfucking white motherfucker acting crazy down here. I said, I'm gonna buy me a bus ticket up there. And she said, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. I'll buy it for you. And then I was like, shit, I'm kind of down. I might do need a little money to get this bus ticket though. And she was like, why Western Union you $100 for your bus ticket? I'm like, all right. But then here go my wife. She come down here, fuck me real good, have a good little time. Then at the end of the time she was finna go, she gonna pull out a fucking envelope and have a paper that we come to mutual agreement that we divorce. Like, we don't have to go to court. You sign here, Will. This is us. I want to go ahead and divorce you, Will, because you gonna be here and I'm gonna be there. I'm like, bitch, why would you even come down here, bitch? Why would you even come down here and play with me? And then you gonna motherfucking bring out some divorce papers? Why would you do that to me? That shit hurted, bro. Guess what I told her? I said, okay, I'm gonna sign. Bro, I was teared up. Like, bitch, I thought we were rekindling our marriage. I just don't want to be married and you way here. And I'm like, man, fuck that shit. I said, I'm finna go to Seattle and be with Artera anyway. And I hurt her motherfucking feelings too. As soon as I signed, I said, I snatched the paper. I said, give me the fucking paper. I said, where you want me to sign at? Right there. I said, I'm finna go to Seattle and be with Artera. She finna have my baby anyway. Sure did. And she was like, how could you say that in my fucking face? How could you say that in my fucking... I'm like, fuck you. How could you bring the fucking divorce? You sat here the whole... Why you didn't give me the divorce papers soon as you pulled up? You spent the whole weekend with me. That's why you bought me all that shit, because you were scared and you knew you were going to do some foul shit. You shouldn't have never married me. Listen, both of them bitches asked me to marry them. God written, Father, Lord Almighty written. Both of them bitches asked. My first wife got on her knees twice. She got on her knees the first time, and she didn't get on her knees the first time. The first time she said, Will, I want to marry you. I'm like, hell no. I said, because soon we get married, shit just going, I don't want to get married. And she was like, that fucked up. You know this a bad nigga here. That nigga said, hell no. The woman asked me to marry her. I'm like, why you want to get married to me so bad? I said, we doing good. I want you to be mine. I want you to be my king and all that shit. I'm like, man, I ain't on that. Oh God, I'm not lying. I said, I ain't on that marriage shit. I don't want to get married, because soon we get married, shit gonna fall. And just as sure, it fell. Then she came the second time and got on her knees. Will, I love you. I want to marry you. And I just said, all right, baby. Because we were around a bunch of people, too. And I ain't want to make her look bad. I said, yeah, I'll marry you. She got up and put the ring on my finger. I was like, ooh, that shit chucking. It was like gold. It was gold trim, and it had a bunch of diamonds in the middle of it. It was so sexy. Hers was sexy too. She bought her ring. She bought my ring and her ring. Then this old bitch, Artel, this bitch, she forced me to marry her. Come on, we getting married. We gotta get married. I'm like, man, I don't want to marry nobody. It ain't that I don't want to marry you, but I don't want to get married. I just had a divorce. Then she gonna try to play all that old bullshit. The first time we went to go get married, we had a big fight. I'm talking about a big fight. Me and Artel in the car, in her dad's car. Cause we finna go get married in the courthouse and shit. And all that, she like, let's go over here. And I'm like, man, listen, it was the spirit though. God would not want me to marry that bitch. We got to fight, and I'm like, what, man? I was like, I don't want to marry you. And then she said, and I was like, bitch, boom, boom, boom. I'm talking about whooping her ass up. We fighting, I'm talking about we are really all out fighting, and the car is still rolling this shit. I done went there beating her motherfucking ass. You know, I don't punch her, but I slapped the fuck out of her ass. Confirmation. She was just trying to scratch my face and shit. Like she always do. She always scratch my skin off and all that shit. Then the car, I jumped out the car was rolling, and I threw the keys. Give me my dad keys to my dad's car. I threw the motherfuckers in the street. Go get them, bitch. Then she took her shoes off, trying to chase me and shit. I'm like, bitch, you can't catch me, fat bitch. You can't catch me. Came back to the house, you could tell that bitch had some old federal operative ass shit going on, cause she was just nice out of nowhere. She ain't had no, and not only that, she was fucking with them old bitch ass nigga, she was fucking with some Esau Edomite ass nigga, a nigga with dreads and shit. Bitch ass nigga gonna ask me for money. Talking about OG, I'm like, man, listen, nigga, why in the fuck is you calling my girl, nigga? And he like, OG, you know, she gonna help pay my phone bill. I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about your phone bill. Let me tell you something, nigga, you better not call my motherfucking girl phone no more, nigga. I swear to God, nigga, I'll come all the way to Louisiana to pop you. You a die, nigga, fucking. And then she still was fucking with that nigga. Disrespect Jacob, but fuck with the Esau. Think about that shit. And then next thing you know, the second time she played it smooth. Will, let's go get married. You know I love you, Will. Let's go get married. I said, let me tell you something. If you say something stupid in this car one motherfucking time, you can cancel all that shit. I don't know why you want to marry me so bad. We've been fucking each other for at that time, on and off for down there 20 years. But, you know, we had the kid, and Duda ain't even mine, but I thought Duda was mine at the time. I know fat, funky ass Willie's mine, but he's not mine now because she was fucking on him. And she put that money, she was focused to marry me. She put all the money up. And now I know why she tried to throw that fake ass marriage at me, because she was trying to be the beneficiary of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, finding out this bitch put death certificates on me and put insurance policies on me and all that shit. Dirty bitch. After that, ain't no more motherfucking marriage over here, bitch. I got many wives. Soon as I lay with you and bust up in you, you my wife. Period. Ain't no motherfucking going up in no courtrooms or nothing. I know the spiritual meaning of wives. Soon as you connect with that person, that's your wife. That's your wife. Soon as you connect with this one, that's your wife. Soon as you connect with that one, that's your wife, nigga. All of them. Ain't no motherfucking rings on my finger. Only rings on my finger, them big rocks that I bought, nigga. $1 billion watch, $20 million watches with the $10 million rings. That's the only ring gonna be on my finger, nigga. I would not ever marry another woman. Period. What's I'm on? 2 treacherous ass marriages. I ain't marrying no motherfucking woman. I'll marry her with this stick down. Put that stick up in her womb, we married. That's it. I don't know why motherfuckers be wanting you to go to the courtrooms and all that old shit. Fuck all that shit. You try to lock me in on some shit. But it was a beautiful trip coming to Seattle for the first time. I sat right by a cool ass white boy. He was working in Atlanta. They were doing some old sneaky shit. That boy had racks. That nigga, he was like, look here. He said, look here, That nigga had about 10 racks. I said, nigga, give me some. Bro, let me hold a couple dollars. He was like, man, I gotta take care of my girl. And then he had a black girl. The white boy had a black girl. They had a couple babies together. I was like, okay. He was like, bro, I'm telling you, Seattle the shit, bro, I'm telling you. I said, I've never been up there. He's like, you never been to Seattle? I said, no. He was like, oh, let me school you. He schooled me, but he was trying to spiritually school me, but I wasn't ready yet. I get up there, and this bitch, soon as I get up there, we move in with her mama. My beautiful, mother-in-law, Miss C, rest in peace. Rest in everlasting life, because she killed her own mama. And then out of all that shit, look, I'm back by myself lonely. You know what I'm saying? I was never supposed to be out here like this. I had a so-called wife. Why am I out here like this? Man, that bitch wasn't my wife. To the point where, bro, I was running from this bitch. Like, this second wife bitch, Altair, the fake Altair, Smurfy Hubert Murphy ass bitch. That Lucifer itself. Very jealous. Very jealous. Very jealous and envious. Why are you looking at her? Why is she looking at you? Hey, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? We're in the grocery store. I seen how she was looking at you. I seen how you were looking at her. Yeah, oh my God. Well, my man, you ready to start. Here go this witch shit. But I'm the wizard. So I be ready for that shit. I'll turn that shit on her. Bitch, what about this motherfucker you done had a baby with, bitch? You had a baby with another nigga. You wasn't even never supposed to have a baby with another nigga, bitch. Why am I with you? I shouldn't even be with you. Next thing you know, we on the side road fighting. She like, come on. I'm like, well, what you, if you hit me, I'm gonna beat your ass out here. I'm telling you out there. Always putting her hands on me. Always, all these women used to put their hands on me. And I just let them do it until enough is enough. Then you get that motherfucking, that taser, that energy flash, nigga. Then you want to sit down and talk about, why did you hit me? Fuck you, bitch. You over here scratching my skin up. She took her nails and just, nigga, I had blood just all down my t-shirt. All this shit ripped up. All that shit was ripped up. Thank God it grew back beautiful. She ripped all my skin up and shit, pulling knives on me. One time she pulled a knife, she was really gonna try to stab me. I said, stab me then, bitch. I was like, do it then, bitch. I'll knock your ass out with that knife in your hand. I said, I'm gonna use these this time. I ain't gonna slap you, bitch. I'm gonna use this. And when I hit you with that, bitch, I'm going to jail. I'm gonna sleep your ass. That was right with her, right around her mama. Her mama like, stop, y'all stop. I'm like, fuck that bitch. I had me a cougar, nigga. Always had women. It's just now that whoever this major motherfucker done threatened all the women not to fuck with me. You don't think these women want to take me home? I live better in the wilderness than niggas do in their houses. I'm way more cleaner. I'm cleaner than a bitch. That bitch was a dirty skunk. That's why they all of them just beat up. Their bodies just, they just burnt out, nigga. Cause once you fuck over me, you got me in you. And that shit turns against you. Once I bust up in you, oh yeah, you mine now. You mine to uplift and you mine to destroy. Cause I'm inside of you. Like I went to Myrtle Beach after beating that bitch ass nigga up for trying to rob me and shit. I had that nigga head this motherfucking big. That nigga was doing too much, old nigga from Africa. That nigga was doing too much, bro. Trying to rob me every time, bro. I was having money. You know, my first wife used to always sprinkle my pocket with thousands. And we used to take a lot of trips and shit. And this nigga kept on, nigga, I took this nigga, look, I always been a lawyer, nigga. If you a nigga that I can vibe with, like on some old friend type shit, homeboy type shit, this nigga was like, man, what's up, bro? He seen me one morning. He worked for UPS. And he was like, what's up, bro? I'm like, what's good? Cause I seen him with his babies and stuff. And I knew he was African and shit, but he always used to wave at me, and I used to wave at him because, me and my so-called sibling brother, bitch ass, that nigga a rat, that nigga a real ratnoid. And me and him used to go out to the tennis court and really play tennis. I'm talking about we play that shit for real. And this nigga used to always see us and he waved at me. So one day we talked. I was smoking a blunt and we talked. And he was like, yeah, man, I gotta I got my washing machine went out and my kids, I gotta take all this stuff and, I got, my washing machine went out and I gotta get my baby clothes clean. I said, man, you can wash your baby clothes up in my house, bro, and we'll smoke a blunt. And he was like, okay, that's what's up, man. That's real shit. I was like, yeah. Cause the little baby pissed up their clothes and shit. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. You can wash them in my washing machine and dry them. You know what I'm saying? What kind of real nigga is that? Next thing you know, this nigga was on some other shit. That nigga flipped out. He lost his job and everything. And then that motherfucking nigga started robbing everybody. They started that was the robbery clique. Them niggas were robbing everybody out there. Real shit. But then he started targeting me. I'm talking about like 3 times he tried to pull a move. Like one time, I wanted to buy an ounce of weed. And I had like $300 to get this ounce of weed. Back then, like a good ounce of weed back then over there in Atlanta was like $350. And he was like, you got $350 on you now? I said, yeah, but I want an ounce of weed. And he was like, I said, me and my girl finna go on a trip. We going to Myrtle Beach. And this nigga like, come on, let's go this way. Jumped in the car, I seen him walking. He flashed in, old black vamp bitch. And he flashed in, he had a beanie on. And so I was in my Ford Taurus. And he was like, go this way. Like he was just making ways in his head. And I was like, bro, you know where you going, bro? Yeah. This nigga take me to a apartment complex where the apartments that he took me to, they wasn't even built yet. They wasn't even fully built yet. And he gonna go like he going to talk to somebody. When he came back, he done pulled the beanie down. It's a ski mask. It's a robbery ski mask. I locked my door. And back then I had a big old Dutch knife, one of them big military knives that I used to keep up under my seat. So I grabbed a military knife. And I'm like, what the fuck? This nigga had a gun and everything tapping on my window like this. I'm like, nigga, I went to back out. You know, no, I was just playing. Look, I'm so fucking vulnerable. I let the nigga back in the car. I'm like, what the fuck going on with you, nigga? He said, I could have got your ass. No, I'm like, wow, let me get this bitch away from me. He was like, you don't want the weed? I said, no, nigga. I said, here, bro, go on, get out, bro. All right, man, all right. Then the last one was when me and my first wife, we went every weekend we'll go to Blockbusters and get DVDs to go watch movies. So she picked her a movie, and then I said, I want to see that Master P Decisions. And we got that movie. Soon as I went, she said, go get it, baby. As soon as I went to get that movie, this nigga came out of nowhere like this here. Like, nigga, what's up? Give it up. Pulled a gun on me up in the Blockbusters. He was like, I'm just playing. Nigga, I pushed that nigga all over the fucking, I pushed that nigga. I'm like, bitch ass nigga, what you pulling a gun on me for, fuck nigga? No, I was just playing. Like, no, nigga, what's up, nigga? Up in Blockbuster. Nigga finna do this nigga with his gun in his hand. No, man, I was just playing. I'm like, nigga, don't you ever do that shit to me, bitch ass nigga. Like, bro, I have given so many niggas so many chances. Then he got the nerve after doing that shit talking about, hey man, I need a ride. What happened was his dirty rag-ass car got, he went to do a robbery and the police was on to his ass. They had got around his car and he couldn't get to the car because they were waiting for him to get to the car. And they had seized the nigga car and everything for evidence. And he wanted me to give him a ride. You got me fucked up, bitch ass nigga. I ain't forget how you did me at that for the weed shit. I'm like, nah, nigga. I said, nigga, I'm with my wife, nigga. What the fuck you talking about, nigga? You ain't finna ride with me. I said, hey man, from this point on, man, don't say nothing else to me, bro. For real, bro, it finna get serious. All right, man, all right. I said, don't say nothing to my wife or nothing, nigga. For real, nigga, it finna get serious. Look, that night, we went back to the house. My brother was in there, my so-called brother was in there, and then one cool-ass nigga that I used to fuck with, I used to sell weed to. He was a telemarketing dude. He was very corporate, but he was a good dude. And like he was one of my angels or something, one of my guardians, because he used to come around and be around, you know, on some positive shit with me. And next thing you know, but he just used to buy weed from me. And the next thing you know, we were drinking. We were having drinks and shit, and we smoking weed. He came over, he was like, man, hey, what's up? I was like, what's up, bro? Come on in. And he was like, you got a dub? I was like, yeah, I got you. I said, sit down, we gonna smoke and shit. He was like, that's what's up, that's what's up. Sold him a dove, and then we started drinking. We were drinking tequila. We were taking tequila shots. Jose Cuervo. And next thing you know, bro, I was sitting there, and the way I designed the house, it was kind of cool. You know, I always change the furniture and shit. And something said, go to the door. I jumped up, I said, wait a minute. I felt something on the outside, on the other side of the door, my door. And I said, wait a minute. And I walked to the door and I looked in the peephole. This same nigga was sitting here listening at my door like this. I snatched the door. I'm like, man, what the fuck you doing at my motherfucking house, nigga? Why you listening at my door? Cause we were talking about that bitch ass nigga. And that nigga got a big ass bottle of cheap ass vodka. I'm talking about, you know what? You know, I came out now, it's going down now. You know what I'm saying? And I turned around and I'm like, what? I said, what's my wife grabbed a knife, a butcher knife, and I just came out there with hands. And the next thing you know, I turned around and this nigga talking about, I'm like, nigga, when the fuck you standing at my door, listening at my motherfucking door all around my family and shit, nigga? What the fuck you got going on? And then nigga gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying? I was playing about robbing you, but now if I catch you slipping, nigga, I'm gonna rob you, nigga. And he went to turn off. I said, rob me now, bitch. Pow! Woo! Woo! I hit that nigga so motherfucking hard with that palm. Pow! Then I grabbed that nigga like this and threw that nigga over the balcony. I threw that nigga over the balcony, nigga. Then I jumped over the balcony, and then I got on top of that nigga. I'm talking about that nigga laying there like this here, the way I hit that nigga so hard and threw him over the balcony, nigga. And then, nigga, I jumped over the balcony. And then I got on top of that nigga like, that nigga laying on the ground, I got on top of that nigga like this here and just started doing like this. Boom, bitch, fuck nigga, all face shots. On God Almighty, no lies. After that nigga got up bleeding and shit. He was trying to go over to the woods to get a gun, cause he had a gun in the woods. Nigga, I went and got my big K-bar knife. I said, I'm finna kill this motherfucker. And she, my wife like, no, don't do it. I said, man, put my kid, cause I had went and got my, you know, my first set of kids, my first little kids, the first set, I went and got from my first baby mother. I went and got them from Mississippi and brought them to Atlanta for Christmas. I said, put my kids in the car. Nigga, we had to grab the kid by the legs. We just grabbed the kid and threw him in the car. I said, put my kids in the car. I said, crank the car. I'm finna go kill this nigga. I went all up in the woods looking for this nigga. I'm gonna kill him with that knife. I'm gonna kill that nigga. Like, I'm really gonna kill that nigga. I'm gonna kill him and leave him in the woods. And it is what it is. That nigga was gone. I couldn't find that nigga. Next thing you know, I came back. I said, let's go, man, let's go get a room. I said, I want you to buy me a gun. Okay, I said, I want a gun. You better get me a gun. Next thing you know, probably about a couple days later, motherfucker pulled up on me hard, nigga, like, skirt. And nigga, I'm talking about nigga head so motherfucking big like a pumpkin, black eyes and everything. He said, I just want to know, what did I do, man? What did I do, man? I'm like, nigga, get the fuck away from me, nigga. What's up, nigga? What's up, nigga? He was like, what did I do, man? I don't want to fight you or nothing. What did I do, bro? And I still told, bro, I should have just went on and got on his ass right then. But the nigga, I'm like, nigga, you the one fucked up, nigga, talking about robbing me, fuck, nigga. And the main nigga that you thought was your nigga, that nigga called me and said, nigga, I like how you handled your business, cuz. I like how you handled your business, cuz. Holler at me if you need a scrap. But you were with this nigga. Y'all was two peas in a pot. Soon as I whooped that nigga ass, then you went and got on my team. You can't get on my team, bitch ass nigga. Then after that, it was like all out warfare. Like the niggas that was up on the hill right there that was trying to always fight my brother, my so-called brother. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I told my sibling, I said, Red, I said, man, whenever you ready to go to war with that bitch ass nigga, I'm going with you. We gonna fight all them motherfuckers. Fuck them bitch ass nigga. They stealing cars and putting them raggedy cars all in our neighborhood. They was stealing people, breaking in people apartments and shit. And then they just targeted a couple niggas targeted my so-called brother. You know what I'm saying? They kept fucking with him. But I understand now, cause he wasn't no good. But I was like, nigga, whenever you ready, nigga, we'll just go up there and just start swinging on these bitch ass niggas. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, we'll swing on these niggas right now, nigga, because they kept sitting over there talking shit. But then God worked in a mysterious way, because my nigga Jason came from Alabama. He was mixed. He was half white, half black. Good ass, cool ass nigga, but he's a killer. That nigga killer. Look, they broke up in his brother apartment. His brother was a photographer. He had a lot of, cameras and all that shit. He used to do photography and good shit, and they broke in his house, man. He called his brother, man. That nigga came over there with some shit with an infrared, was sitting right there on the stairs talking about, I'm finna spray the fuck out these niggas. I'm finna kill these niggas for breaking in my brother's house. Cause I was cool with his brother. His brother liked me, man. His brother was timid. He was real timid. He was a good brother though. But you know what I'm saying? They broke in his house and all that shit right by mine. That nigga put the infrared on their ass. He said they come out and talk any shit, I'm gonna spray all them bitches. That nigga sat on them stairs all night long to kill them niggas, on God. Facts. I was trying to talk the nigga out of it. Then I understood. I was like, yeah, you right. Kill the motherfucker. They broke up in your brother's house. Then that's when my sibling, my so-called brother, started trying to go to war with me. Cause I put his ass out my house for stealing my wife's jewelry. This nigga stole my wife's jewelry and stole some of my money out. He stole some, did he steal some of my money? Not in that house. He stole some money in my other house. Look, bitch ass nigga. But this supposed to be your brother. Your blood brother though. I had this thing, I kept a shoebox. Cause when me and my wife moved from that apartment complex, we moved to Buckhead. And I'm talking about I was big king over that shit. That shit was so luxurious, nigga. My house was so luxurious. I'm telling you. We had a 2-bedroom. When me and my wife get into it, I'll go in my room. Then she'll be coming and sneaking in my. We just used to play all kind of little crazy games. And then I had a shoebox. I had about, I don't know. I think I had about. I can't remember, but I had a shoebox full of $1 bills. Cause I used to get a bunch of ones and put it in that shoebox. Like 100 ones and shit. And I kept, I had a bunch of ones in there. And this bitch ass nigga was in my house and went up in my closet and went in my shoebox and stole like a stack of ones. After that, I was done with that bitch ass nigga. I had a housewarming party. Me and my wife had a housewarming party for her friends, and then he came over. When he came over, you know what I'm saying? It was like even her friends were looking at that nigga like, man, he's trouble. You know what I'm saying? Man, we had a wonderful housewarming party, and had a bunch of liquor. We had everything. I cooked damn near everything, and then I barbecued. You know what I'm saying? We had brand new furniture, and my wife took me to Haverty's and let me pick the furniture. I picked all the furniture for that house. Brand new, cash money. She paid cash for all of it. And this motherfucker come in there, he go grab a whole bottle of Bacardi. A whole bottle of Bacardi rum. This bitch nigga drunk that shit, got drunk, and then threw up all over my fucking carpet. Beautiful eggshell color carpet. He done threw up all over my motherfucking carpet. He up in my second room having sex with his girl and shit. I ain't really tripping about that. But he spent the night over there. And then in the morning time, I said, man, you better clean that motherfucking carpet, nigga. Look at that shit you threw up all over my motherfucking carpet, nigga. He half-ass cleaned the shit. Started an argument. I'm like, man, get the fuck out, nigga. Fuck you talking to like that after you threw up on my carpet? Can't stand that bitch ass nigga. You better stay the fuck away from me. All them motherfuckers ain't no family. None of that shit family. I'll never forget that shit. That nigga threw up all over my carpet and shit in my brand new condominium. Our townhouse. It wasn't a townhouse, it was a condominium. It was beautiful, bro. We right behind Benny Hunter's over there in Buckhead. The fuck? My girl was paying like $1,200. I think she was paying like. Damn near $1,000 a month for that damn apartment. I ain't have to, man. My women don't let me work. My women just want me to be at home. But I did get a job though. I went and got me a job because I got tired of just sitting there playing video games. I'm like, baby, I'm finna get me a job. Why you want a job? I'm like, shit, I don't want to be sitting in here playing video games all day. I can respect that. But then that shit took me downhill. Because like I told you, after I beat this motherfucker ass, that nigga, my wife wanted me to quit weed and shit and all that. I'm like, all right, I'll quit it. I threw a whole ounce and a half of weed in the toilet. I said, I'm ready. And I was crying when I threw the weed in the toilet. You got me throwing out a whole ounce. The fuck? And then she wanted to get me a rental car and let me go by myself, but I said, hell no. I don't want to drive in Myrtle Beach because all the fucking police everywhere. Soon as I motherfucking hit a corner, they gonna stop me. So she took me to Myrtle Beach and she got me a room at the Ramada for 2 weeks. And then I went to Walmart and I bought me a beach cruiser bike. Cause you know, Myrtle Beach is the beach. So I was out there with the beach cruiser. Nigga, I bought me a fishing rod and everything. But I did not smoke no weed. I was feeling good, but you know what I'm saying? It was just like, you know, my wife was, you know what I'm saying, sneakily probably fucking with her bitch again. And you know what I'm saying? She wasn't fucking with no nigga though. Cause I know she wasn't. She was fucking with her girl again. And I knew it too, but I just didn't say nothing. But then, cause I just got this bitch pregnant up under my wife's nose. And next thing you know, one morning I went fishing. I said, I'm finna catch me some fish. And so I'm out there, a cool ass old white man. I always have some good old wise white men around me for some reason. And that white man he had a couple fish in there, and he was saying some shit, but I was just trying to fish and stuff, and I had to get a fishing license and all that shit. And next thing you know, my wife called, my first wife called me. And she was like, what you doing, baby? I said, shit, out here trying to fish. She said, you fishing? I said, yeah. I ain't catch nothing but a damn shoe. And she laughed and we talking, and she was like, I might be able to come over there and just spend some time with you and be with you, and then we'll come back together. I said, I would like that. I said, what, you gonna come over? I said, I still got a week in the hotel. She said, yeah, I want to come on and be with you, and we'll spend the week together and, get some stuff from Myrtle Beach, and then we'll go back to Atlanta. I said, come on then. And then she was like, all right, I had her laughing the whole time because, I make my women smile. And next thing you know, she hung up. So I'm sitting there feeling good and shit. I'm fishing. And next thing you know, my phone rang again. I answer my phone. Hello? Where are you? Here go my mistress. Oh, funky ass Artera. Where are you? The fake Artera. I said, what the fuck do you mean where I'm at? Why are you calling my fucking phone? Cause we had a fight. Me and her had a fight. My mistress, bitch. And she was like, you need to come and take care. You need to come to the doctor's appointments to see how the baby doing. I'm like, bitch, you ain't even had the baby yet. So why in the fuck you keep fucking with me? I heard you got a lot of money and you went to Myrtle Beach. I said, well, if you know I'm in Myrtle Beach, why in the fuck you gonna ask me where the fuck I'm at? I said, you know what? I said, man, let me tell you something. I already told you, man, I'm not leaving. Oh, that's what she said. I want you to leave your wife. I want you to leave her and be with me. I'm like, bitch, I ain't leaving my wife. The fuck wrong with you, bitch? I said, I'm not leaving my wife, period. I said, you signed in for this deal. You signed in for that shit. And she was like, I'm gonna get you, motherfucker. And I'm like, fuck you, bitch. And I hung up. And the old white man said, calm down, calm down. You was like, them women are something else, ain't they? I said, yes, sir, they is. But my chest is just burning. I'm like, man, wait till I get back to Atlanta. I'm gonna beat this bitch ass. I'm gonna slap the fuck out this bitch for even trying me like that. Next thing you know, she turned around. Next thing you know, my phone rang again. And right then, I started packing up my rods and shit. I lost the thrill. When that bitch called, I lost the thrill of my fun. And I started packing my stuff up. And I said, all right, OG. And right when I was finna leave, my wife called. And I'm like, hello? And when she called me by my governmental first name like she did, I knew she was mad. And she was like, Will. And I was like, what's up, baby? And she was like, this little girl called my phone today, and then stinking fake ass Artera is on the third. She on there too. She right there. And she said, I'm not a little girl. I'm not a little girl. I'm a grown woman. So my wife and her arguing and shit. And then next thing you know, she said, my wife said, she just told me that you got her pregnant and she want you to come and be and do what. And next thing you know, I told your wife that we're having a baby together and I just want you to come and be at the doctor appointments. And I was like, oh my fucking God. I said, it's over. I said, it's over. It's done deal. This bitch done go. How the fuck did bitch get the number to my wife's job? She called my wife Job, nigga. And the only one that, bro, I can always forever know that so-called brother, that fake ass sibling, that dirty ass rat ass nigga gave her the number, boy. Cause he the only one that I used to take up to her job with me. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga probably, that bitch probably gave him $100 so he can get some cocaine. You know, he was snorting dope real bad. And he told her, she ain't get that number. She ain't get that number looking at nothing else. She gonna talk about she looked at some picture and found it out. That's a fucking lie. That dirty ass sibling, old fake ass brother of mine she probably gave him some money because she always used to give this nigga money to spy on me and shit. I wanted to get that nigga, boy, because I felt, and I still know it. And she said, yeah, what you got to say about that, Will? My wife, what you got to say about that, Will? I said, man, fuck both of y'all bitches, and hung up. Oh, God, right here to God. I said, fuck both of y'all bitches, and hung up. My phone just back to back to back. Right. To the point, bro, I had to cut it off. I cut the phone off and jumped on my little beach cruiser like Jody, like on Baby Boy, and just started flying to the hotel room. I get in the hotel, my motherfucking hotel room was ringing. My hotel room phone was ringing. Cause when I got in there, I was just distraught, like, oh my God, what the fuck? You feel me? How the fuck this bitch gonna get connected with my wife? I said, it's over. And see, them witches knew something. Cause I had a lot of money. Not a lot, but a lot. You know, I had nice money. I said, I'm finna get me a Greyhound bus tomorrow. I said, I'm packing all my shit. I'm getting a Greyhound bus to Mississippi tomorrow. Fuck these hoes. I'll leave all that shit. I'll leave all these bitches. On God. I'm finna get on the Greyhound and come to Mississippi. I'm finna go to Jackson. I said, I'm finna go to Jackson, Mississippi tomorrow. I'm going to buy me a Greyhound. I ain't fucking with these bitches because they finna start trying to really throw some evil shit at me. I done got this girl pregnant up under my wife's nose. And now it's exposed. I don't want to handle that shit. I don't want to face that shit. I said, I'm finna go to Jackson, Mississippi, bitch. And I got money to go and rent me a place to stay. Fuck, nigga. It's some spiritual crazy stuff because I'm talking about that night. That night. My wife drove so fucking fast to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. She drove so fast to Myrtle Beach. It's 6 hours from Atlanta. She made that shit in 4 hours. And caught a ticket. I hear a knock at my hotel room door. And I'm like, who is it? Who the fuck knocking at my door? Ain't nobody supposed to be knocking at my door. And I looked in the peephole and it was my wife. And I opened the door and I'm like, what's up? I said, don't come in here like you gonna hurt me or nothing, bitch. No, I just want to talk to you, Will. I said, I don't want to talk about that shit. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Like, she just like, please just tell me. Tell me, do you love her? I said, no, I don't love her. I said, I love you. I'm in love with you, but I got love for her. I got love for her because she got my baby in her belly. My wife respected that shit too. I said, man, look, if you wanna motherfucking come over here with that dumb shit, I'm telling you, man, don't bring no shit to me, man. I'm gonna fuck you up in here, I'm telling you. And then she gon' just make love to me. I had to go and smack that punani. I had to smack that punani to get her like, cool. So did. And then we made love on the beach. That was her fetish. She wanted to make love on the beach. So we found a good area and got up under the blankets, and I smacked it on the beach at nighttime. So after that, shit, I went. Look, even when I got back to the room before she even got up there, nigga, I went to look for me some weed. I said, fuck that sober shit. I said, I need a blunt. I think I found some weed too. I think I did get some weed before she got there. I was high as a motherfucker. I was high as a motherfucker. I said, y'all made me go back to smoking weed. Fuck that shit. Oh yeah, I sure did. It was some fire. It was some fire too, boy. I promise you. Up at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Some dude took me, or I think I drove the car that she came. Yeah, I don't remember how I got that weed, but I got that weed before she even got there. Cause I was like, man, fuck that shit. I'm finna smoke, nigga. I came here to try to stay away from weed. Y'all motherfuckers done brought so much shit to me. I'm finna smoke me a blunt. And I bought some weed somewhere. I can't remember, but it was some fire, bro. I'm talking about I couldn't even smoke that shit in the hotel. It stunk so bad. That sticky icky. Yeah, it was some of that sticky. But we went back to Atlanta together and stuff. I think I drove halfway or something. I don't know. I can't remember. But we got back to Atlanta, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit was never the same. Shit was never gonna be the same. Then I went back to the dark side of drugs and shit. I went back to the dark side of drugs, and then everything just went downhill. I kept jumping on fucking Greyhounds and all kind of shit. I'd jump on a Greyhound and go get high in another state and get in trouble. I was down in Birmingham, Alabama, finna get shot in the head. On God, I had to call my wife to help me. But ever since that fucking fake ass Hubert Murphy came in my life, bro, everything that was created for me had fell down. And enough was enough. I jumped on that motherfucking highway and I went to New Orleans. Cause my wife, she was fucking with someone else and I was just drugged out and shit. And I was like, I can't keep doing this. I jumped on that motherfucking Greyhound. I went all the way to New Orleans. Sure did. Oh, funky ass Artera. Cause see, at first, I promised my wife that I won't even fuck with her. She said, I don't want you fucking with that bitch. Only time I want you to fuck with that bitch is when she had a baby, and I just want you to be a part of the baby life, but I will be there every time that you go and see the baby. I said, I'm cool with that. I said, I don't want to fuck with that bitch no more anyway. And then I started working at the Lenox Mall in Atlanta at the Bloomingdale's. They had a restaurant in the Bloomingdale's, and I worked in the kitchen. I used to wash dishes and shit, clean up and shit. And next thing you know, me and my wife were just really at combat with this shit. And then me and my wife got into a badass fight. And that night I went to a payphone and I called my mistress, that fake Artera. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm talking about I'm going between two women, bro. And that's some crazy shit. When you between two women and both of them loving on you real hard, but they all witches and they just want to witch on your ass. I went over, did I go over there? No, I just talked to her. And we were arguing the whole time because y'all want you to leave her. Be with me. And I'm not leaving my fucking wife, bitch. Don't call me a bitch. Well, shut the fuck up. Like, bitch, I'm not gonna leave my wife. You the one that fucking came in my life, man. She really wanted me to leave her and then be with her. Then me and my wife got into it. She was trying to hit me with the car because she was trying to leave. And I'm like, you ain't going no motherfucking where. Where the fuck you think you leaving? Because we had a SUV we rented. Nice ass SUV. And then I was just done with my big girl after that, because my big girl was still sneaking around doing shit. And then she was with all them old fruity motherfuckers and shit. Her friends, all her friends were gay. And I didn't like that shit. I did not like none of that shit. I did not like going out. She taught these friends, these been my friends since college and all this shit. I'm like, man, I don't like being around them fruity ass niggas. I said, the only reason I come to these parties is because of you. I said, I don't like this shit. And I forgot, I can always remember she was a lesbian before she met me. And I was like, man, I don't like this shit. So right then, I was just like, man, I'm finna mail over to Artel more. And then at the job, I turned around and I went and bought Artel some maternity clothes, you know, the clothes for pregnant girls, because she was big. Her stomach was big as fuck. And I was like, man, let me buy her some shit. And I bought her a maternity outfit, and I bought her some shoes. I bought Artel some flowers and shit. And I went over to her house. And I started staying at her house. Sure did. I started staying over there. My wife would call, where are you? I said, right now I'm not coming home. I'm on some other shit right now. I'll hang up in my wife's face. And I was going over there and staying with Artel. The fake Artel. And then next thing you know, my wife came in my job with a bunch of balloons and roses and all that shit. And can I talk to you? And all that made me look good though with all that shit. Teddy bear and all that shit. She bought me a bunch of shit and she gave me some money. And she was like, can I talk to you? In the parking lot, I was like, yeah, we can talk. She was like, I want you to come home, Will. Come home. I know where you at. I said, well, you know what's up then. And she's like, I want you to come home. I said, I'll come home. I got off of work and went right back to my wife. You know what I'm saying? That was some hurting ass shit though. For me, because I'm between two women, two witches. And then I fucked up and started fucking with drugs again. And it was all bad. All the way downhill. But all that shit is lessons for this future. You feel me? You got to go through the fire to come out to be refined gold. The fire burns the dross off the silver, and then it be pure silver. That's what I am now on this side. You feel me? Up in here, up deep in this here. You feel me? Now, the women that's in my life, that's coming to my life, they ain't nothing but high-ranking North Wiccas. They straight goddesses, Egyptian empresses. They ain't gonna play with me like that. And I'm not attached. I'm not ever getting attached with that marriage shit or nothing. I'm bachelor forever now. Even when I have these kids, I'm gonna be bachelor. Like I told you, when I have these twins, my beautiful babies, I promise you, my mansion, my big $7 billion mansion out there in Seattle, is for my kids. Ain't no woman finna sleep in my house. Ain't no woman finna live in my house. The mother of my children can come over to my mansion and clean my house for me. Cause I ain't hiring no fucking maids. I got 4 baby mamas coming. I'm gonna have all of them up in my mansion, my $7 billion estate, my $1 billion house, cause the house is $1 billion by itself. Everything else is $6 billion on the property. But my house is $1 billion. They gonna be up in there cleaning that motherfucker. And if they want some dick, I'll come over to their house I bought them. That's it. I'm not having sex in my house. That's my children's house. And my children. And my children. You feel me? Which is me, anyway. And I ain't all that old dun 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 dun. I ain't with none of that shit. That's that worldly old governmental marriage shit. I know the real marriage. I know the real spiritual marriages. It's a ritual that the woman have to pass that test. Cause if that woman don't pass that test, she gonna be left in the wind. And Father said, I want you wealthy. I want you rich before you. That's why I was like, God, why the women ain't fit? They love it on me, but they ain't coming to me. Cause God has helped the women. Like when I look at a woman, I don't even get aroused down there. I'm talking about they be some badass women. I look all up in their ass and they pussy, they titties, and I don't get aroused. Father said, I'm not gonna give you that energy down there yet. I don't want you to make no mismoves out here. I could fuck a bitch all night if I want to, but I'm telling you, God don't want me to use my instrument now until the time is right. My tree of life is sacred, nigga, holy and sacred. It took 31 months to get to this. And Father said he want me rich. Cause once I get the money that my grandmama left me, the money I left me, then you know what I'm saying, you get high ranking princesses. You get them real Sarahs. You get them high ranking women when you're rich. I mean, I love my hood women, but that's just not the repertoire right now. That's not my repertoire. I want to be rich, so if I do meet a little hood chick and I put a baby up in her ass, I can buy her a house and shit. Take care of her. Two broke people, that shit don't work. Now, if a girl got her shit together and she got a house and she got money and shit, she can come pick me up right now. If she got a good spirit. But she broke as fuck like that bitch, like that bitch in Portland, that cat Ornell. Shapeshift Ornell sitting in the motherfucking in Portland in my raven nest. I had just went and got food and everything, got my weed and shit. I'm finna go and post up, lay my sleeping bag out, cause you know I'm king of the cedars. And this one cedar tree I used to sleep under every night up in Portland. And I'm talking about, this bitch came out of nowhere. And she looked just like Ornell in the face, but I couldn't see it back then, cause you know what I'm saying. I ain't advanced. I wasn't advanced then as I am now, and so, but I knew she was a Delilah. She was like, hey, handsome man, and I'm like, man, fuck all that shit. I went and posted up on my shit. And then I came over there or something, and she was like, I just wanted to know if you had some weed. And she was fine as a motherfucker. And I was like, yeah, I'll smoke a blunt with you, come on. And then I ain't even had weed like that to smoke with no another motherfucker. But I still just, you know what I'm saying? Then she gonna come and try to sit like she want, bro, that was Ornell McCoy in a shape shift. And she was gonna try to get me to fuck her in my sacred holy raven nest. Like this nest. This the hawk nest. Do you think that I would have sex in my hawk nest, my sacred holy hawk nest? She came again. So the way she was talking and all that mythical shit, and then I said, man, it's a fucking Delilah. I said, all right, man, go on about your business. I said, I ain't feeling you. She done hit the weed and start talking all witchy, witch-ass mythical shit. And I said, all right, man, I'm finna do me. I said, I'm finna study my Bible and do what I gotta do. I said, I'm God's one and only begotten son. And she said, I know. I said, you gotta go. And then she jumped up. I said, this is a Delilah. And then she jumped up real quick. And I'm like, what you got going for yourself? She ain't say nothing about no business or nothing. And I was like, this is a fucking Delilah. It was nothing but a shapeshift Ornell McCoy. The auntie that portrayed as my mother. And then she got the nerve to get up and say, can I get your number? She said, can I get your number? I said, I don't give my number out. I said, where's your phone? She was like, I ain't got one, but I'm gonna get one. I said, you ain't got no phone? I said, hell no, you can't have my number. Write it down. I don't give my number out like that. What the fuck wrong with you? Get the fuck away from me. And you smoke my motherfucking blunt, bitch. Cause in Portland, Portland was just like this, but this way worse. At least in Portland, I was getting it, boy. I get something, you know what I'm saying? And until this day, I don't give my number out to nobody. I don't want you. If you business, if you're about helping me get some money and shit, yeah. But all that giving witches my number so they can be on some dumb shit, no. I don't give my number out, period. That's a beautiful story, King. That's a beautiful story right there. That was a good one. It's true, though. It's the truth. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I done been through so much with women. I done been through it. I done had a lot of women. And now one of them was just. They were just assigned to try to pull me off the path, pull me from my destiny. All of them was about the Murphy Law. But my big girl was good at first, but then she went bad. My big girl, I'm talking about, bro, had me looking so motherfucking good in Atlanta. Nigga, all Reeboks, nigga, all Snow White Reeboks, the black coffin Reeboks, all that shit, nigga. I had the Reeboks with the scraps on them. I had grills and everything. She just loving on me hard, but then, man, shit just failed on that shit because it was all manifested by Father. We can't control Father's manifestations for us. You feel me? We can't control that shit. You can never control God, what he do with you. We're the pieces on the chessboard. It's only God that take his hand and move the piece. So everything that I was going through, I'm the king of the chessboard. I'm the king on the white side, the light, the stars. And we're getting attacked by them black queens. Them dark queen, them black magic queens. But that shit made me who I am today. So now, you know, these like these girls just know I'm not a sucker for some pussy. They know I'm not a sucker that lay up under them or none of that shit. Even if I met a girl right now and I stay out here, I'll go fuck her and spend a little time with her in her house and be like, baby, drop me back off to my spot. You don't want to stay with me tonight? No, I ain't finna stay with you every night. I might stay with you a couple nights, but I'm going right back to my house or my spot. That's why it's time to get my place. It's time to get a place. Because once I have my place, then, you know what I'm saying, it's nothing. I'll go over her house and spend a night or something, but I'm going right back to my house. Because I stay giving God his glory. You can't, in the scripture, he told me something. Father said in the scripture, he said, I'd rather for you to be by yourself. Because if you have a wife, how can you please God and please your wife at the same time? You're gonna be battling between pleasing God and pleasing your wife. You feel me? It's not gonna even out. It never will even out. Like right now, I'm in the bosom of Father Lord Almighty because I gave Father Lord Almighty all of me. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if I had a girl, I have to give her time. I have to give her shit. And then that'll pull me from Father. It won't pull me all the way from Father, but it'll pull me from the divine journey that I'm on. Yeah, you gotta please your wife. You gotta satisfy your girls. You know, your girl, you gotta please her. You gotta satisfy her. You gotta be there for her. You gotta cater to her. But I like to go ahead and put that type of energy into my Father first. It's all about God with me first, Father Lord Almighty. Period. A woman is always gonna be there. That's second. A woman is third, really, because it's Father, me, and then the woman. She's third in my life. That's how nigga get caught up out here. They get off in that pussy and I got me a wife now, ha 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 ha. Nigga, you the wife, she the husband, nigga. Cause any given time, she can control your ass and take everything from you, boy. I always used to look in the scriptures to understand what God was telling me about that. I was in the jail up there in Seattle. I was up in the hole. Every time I go to King County Jail, every time I went to I was raised in King County Jail. Every time I went to King County Jail, they would never put me in population. Cause they know I'm finna get it. And what, Nick? Nigga, what's up, nigga? Cold Blue. They'll call my name. Cold Blue, he done it again. So they started putting me in the hole. I'm automatic go to the hole when I, back in my going to jail shit. I don't go to jail no more. I don't do that shit. I don't want to do no jail. I don't want to do crimes. I don't want to do nothing that'll take my freedom from me. But back then, it was just like Father was putting me up in there because I was just too wild. But at that time, then shit flipped around and motherfucker was putting me in there on some dumb shit, all that false persecution bullshit. And I stayed with the Bible. And Father told me, he said, I'd rather for you to be by, men with wives, satisfy your wife, please your wife, cater to your wife. But you got to find a time. See, all these men that with women right now, they're not giving themselves the time to push the woman to the side and give God his full glory. You see what I'm saying? So if you ain't got a woman just up under you all the time, you can give God his glory and let God give you everything that he want to give his manifestation for you. You see what I'm saying? So when I'm so ultimate with it that now I can be with a woman because I am God. So any woman that come in my life, it's automatic that we're gonna give God his glory together first. Cause me and my new woman, we gonna pray every day and every night. Every morning and every night before we lay in that bed. And when we get out that bed, we getting on our knees together and pray to the Lord, give God his glory. And we gonna read scriptures together. We gonna study the word together. Baby, what did you learn out the Bible? Give me some tips of what you learned. Well, the Bible taught me this, Daddy. I'm like, damn, let me write that down. That's strong right there. See, when you got a woman that'll be on that type of timeline with you, I'm telling you, bro, it'd be perfect. Both of us we're one rib and we're worshiping the Lord together. But if you got to take a woman and try to turn her into a spiritual being, then that's going to pull you. It'll pull you into being a devil. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. I know that for fact. You can't turn no hoe into a housewife. You cannot turn a Jezebel into a housewife. She'll turn your ass into a housewife. But if you step into a relationship like this, hey, I'm the Son of Man. I'm God's one and only begotten Son. I'm baby Justice, the Christ. And I want to have kids. I want to have a relationship. But if you're going to be with me, we worship the Lord. We worship the Lord over here. I'm talking about it's a structure with this shit. You know what I'm saying? How many women are willing to do this shit, though? And not many women on the scene out here because they've been misled by these worthless ass demonic males. These demonic males, they present themselves as holy, righteous, and just men until they get up in the pussy and get up in her house. Once they get up in the pussy and get up in her house, then they gonna show their real face. The mask come off. And the woman be like, oh, hell no. But now she got to put up with it. Now she got pregnant by this nigga. And then it's just a bad thing. Like me, I could take me a beautiful one, like about 28 years old. And I'm talking about by the time she get 35, she gonna be so motherfucking gorgeous. And I'm talking about out here really worshiping God Almighty. You take these women and you raise these women. You train these women. You program these women. You don't take these women and let them raise you and program you and train you. You're the king. Somebody said that's some real shit. I like that. It's real. I'm the Messiah. I'm the universal Messiah. I would not play no games with this, because the women got to understand they got chastisement and rods for their back too. Spiritual chastisement by the Lord, and that rod on their backs. Father said, when you leave your parents, you go to your wife. You go find your wife or wives. And you train them the way that you want them to go. Because if you are the helmet of God, if you got the head of God on Christ's body, you can't no woman tell you nothing. Can't no woman tell you nothing. Can't no woman sit here and try to teach me the scriptures. I am the scriptures. I am the gospel. It's for me to teach her and raise her into the scriptures and make her a noble woman, a good woman, a woman of charity, a woman that's determined and persistent in her ways. You know, if I had a woman, like it was one girl that I really adored, but she was out there lost in the sauce. And I said, man, if I could clean that motherfucking girl up right there, I would raise her and I'll put a baby in her belly. She was so fucking fine, but she was lost in the sauce. And she was a good girl, but she was lost in the sauce. And I'm talking about if I could pull her out that sauce, I'm telling you, man, me and her can go and hustle. She, you know, I'm putting her at a job. What you want me to do today, Daddy? I want you to go and clean that pussy and wash your ass and put some clothes on and go get you a job. I'll go with you. You gonna get a job. You gonna work. I don't want no worthless ass woman. If you don't get a job, we gonna take you to one of these colleges and put you in school. I want a woman doing something, persistent in her ways, doing something big. I don't want no woman just lay up, go out there and steal a bunch of shit and try to sell it and be like, here go my half for the hotel. While I'm over there washing cars and shit, trying to pay, you know what I'm saying? I'm washing cars and doing shit to pay my half of the rent. There was some women out there in Seattle that I knew that if I can get that motherfucking girl right on this biblical track, that you know what I'm saying, me and her could come from the bottom up together. But they don't want to do it. Like I said, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. And now that I am the centurion, I'm the captain. Listen, this my ship. So any woman that come to me, they gotta be high ranking like a motherfucker. I'm talking about all up in them governmental offices with degrees and certifications and shit to be with me. I'm telling you. Now let a Delilah try me and run up. Ain't got none of that. Man, you better get the fuck on, sis. Them nothing but sisters to me. I make them nothing but sisters. Any woman I don't sleep with, that's my sister. My spirit, my sister of the planet. That's my sister. Or my auntie or my, you know what I'm saying? You can't, man, my value is so high right now and forever. My value is ultimately high. I ain't laying with nothing that ain't gonna take care of me. Period. I ain't finna lay with no woman that ain't gonna take care of me. I can't. I'm barely taking care of myself right now. So why would I lay with a woman that can't take care of herself? Two broke people don't work. And I never been a man to be with like that. I always had, back in the day, I had women that always had nice cars and nice apartments and beautiful furniture and beautiful clothing. You feel me? Women of beauty. My first wife, she worked at a TV station, and she was making damn near six figures. She was making 5 figures. Her boss was making 6 figures. This white lady that really adorned me so much for making my girl happy, making her worker, because she was administrative assistant to her, and she loved me so. Her boss loved me so much because I made her smile and made her happy. And now that I got the golden honey in me, you know what I'm saying? This shit is very, very serious who I lay with. It's very important to not just throw myself out there like that no more. It don't work like that. I'm talking about even if a woman come up here and say, come home with me. Right now, I want you to come home with me. I'm gonna tell her right now, if you think we finna have sex tonight, I'm not going. You might as well leave me out here. I gotta get to know you first. It's gonna take about 30 days or 60 days before I have sex with you. You a bad one, it's gonna take about 30 days. Might take about 2 weeks. Woo, you really bad and fine and you a good woman. Might take just a couple weeks to get to know you, because after a couple weeks, the truth comes out. Yeah, that little first couple days, that ain't shit. Be around a woman for 2 weeks. You'll know exactly how she is. She'll know exactly how you is. But don't entangle your instrument with it. Yeah, I'll come to your house, but I'm not gonna have sex with you. I never had a man to say that to me, and I respect that. Yeah, it's either gonna be that, or it's gonna be like, oh, well, now you gonna stay out here then. Well, get the fuck away from here, you funky bitch. You ain't finna just come over here, frog lady, and take my golden honey out of me. I got the seed of God in me. I got children in me. I'm not finna just going, for your pleasure. Fuck all that. I'm in it for the babies, nigga. Because if it was like that, I could have been doing that. Oh, I'm finna get off of here, y'all. Ooh, that's a long one. But I'm happy I did this one, because that I had to get that off my chest, man. Let y'all know my statue of women, because I love all women, bro. I love these women, man. Both young and old. I love them all. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about spiritual love, not fleshly love. I love them spiritually. But when it comes to fleshly love, it's some criteria. Nigga, it gonna get to a point a woman gonna have to fill an application out. She gonna have to fill an application out to get some dick. I'm telling you now. Bring your ID and bring your birth certificate. Bring 2 forms of ID, and then you gotta do an interview. You know, I ain't finna just lay up in the bed with no witch. Drain my honey out of me, and then the next day, here go hell. I'm in hell. And I really just want to have babies. I'm telling you, I want babies, bro. I want my babies. Because once I get a girl pregnant, we're tied. We're soul tied. We are soulmates. I just want a good woman to have my children. I ain't gonna have no children by a bitch that's gonna sleep with the children. You have sex with me to have a child, to have sex with the child. Bitch, you need to bitch, you need to be stoned. You need to be tied to that tree right there. I'm talking about literally tied to that tree and just gang a nigga, just throw rocks at your ass. Big stones all in your face until you die, and then burn your motherfucking ass. Throw gasoline on your dirty ass and spark your bitch ass. I'm talking about literally, like the Old Testament. It has to be like any woman that will sit there, have a baby by a man, then get the baby and be like, you my new husband. Got the baby in, rocking the baby, the little baby. You my new husband. I can't wait till you get old enough. I'm gonna make love to you. Then start, I'm finna go to work. Look at this jealous ass helicopter come out of nowhere. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. That's the hospital helicopter. Yeah, they transporting somebody. I pray they all right. I pray they make it, man. Whoever they transporting to the hospital, I pray they make it. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? You don't want that shit. You don't want to do all that weird, you know what I'm saying, bitch laying there with the baby talking about, you my husband, and you finna be my husband. Bitch, I'm talking about take your ass and wrap your hand around that tree and put some handcuffs on your hands. Cause you put some handcuffs on that bitch, she ain't gonna be able to run. And then take her feet and bound her feet to that tree and take a bunch of big ass pieces of asphalt and just throw it in that bitch face. Bitch. Hit that bitch everywhere with them big rocks. Like a gang of people just that, we bringing it back to that, boy. The Old Testament. Tie that bitch around a tree. You sleeping with your child. You're having sex with your child. Tie that bitch to the tree and let's stone her to death and burn her ass to ashes. And she deserve it. That's just like if a nigga running around here raping a little girl. It go for him too. It's vice versa, bro. It's the same move. Start tying these motherfuckers to these trees. Handcuff them to them trees. You know, Father bringing back guillotine executions now. Father Almighty bringing it all the way to we're in the future. He brought the Old Testament to the future. Woo! Tie that bitch to a tree, having sex with your child. Don't get caught in the act. Take that bitch all the way down the middle of the street and make her look like the scum of the earth. All the good women be just spitting in that bitch face when she walking. You a piece of shit, bitch. Having sex with your child, the child taking their crown, blocking the reincarnations of the father to the child or the mother to the child. And then once they get to that tree, handcuff their ass, put their ass like this here, handcuff their ass around that tree and bound their leg, take some fucking gorilla tape and wrap up motherfucking legs and start throwing rocks at that bitch. I'm talking about big rocks, throwing right in her fucking face. until her face just turned into putty. Throw it all at her titties. Bitch ass dirty bitch. You a sicko. Take sticks and just break her knees. What? Cause she finna die. We don't give a fuck. You finna die, bitch. Then take gasoline and put it on that bitch. Drench that bitch with gasoline and flame that hoe up. Somebody laughing so. I'm not playing though. You'll be surprised, man. We'll have so many motherfucking trees full of witches out. Bro, all these trees will be witches handcuffed on all these damn trees. I mean, the old nasty witches be over here converting their sons into earthens. They're not even angelic. They're just earthens, just shells. Women sleeping with their children. Women sleeping with their sons, men sleeping with their daughters. We need to bring, we finna bring it back. Tie your ass to that tree and stone your ass to death and burn you in fire, nigga. Them fucking absurd ultimate devil entities in that skin that would take your child and then have fulfill their fleshly lustful desires upon your child. Smack your ass with that big piece of asphalt. Think about that shit. Look, watch this. I ain't gonna hit that. Yeah, I could do it with one little one. Let me see if y'all can see this. Hold on. Let me see if y'all can see this right here. Look, see this tree? See that tree right there? Just imagine if her ass tied to that tree right there, right here. This tree right here. Have her ass tied to that tree and just take some shit and do like this to that bitch. We sentence you to death. You over here having sex with your child. Bitch. Bitch. All in her face. You feel me? I'm talking about for real, bro. Like, for real, just chunking them things all in her face. Not missing neither. Next thing you know, just douse her ass with gasoline and spark that hoe. On God, no lie. The nigga get it worse. If a man over here having sex with his daughter and turn his daughter into his wife and neglected his real wife who had the daughter for him, man, I'm talking about he'll get it bad. I'm talking about some shit like this with that nigga. You over there hitting that nigga with some shit like this here. All in the face, like, no remorse. Fuck nigga. Just fuck nigga. Just smacking that nigga all in his head. Smack the fuck out that nigga. And got other nigga throwing rocks in his face while I'm smacking them all in the face with that big old pole. And then all the righteous men just throwing rocks at that nigga. Then we put that nigga, I'm talking about got a whole thing of we got a whole thing of diesel gas. Diesel, nigga. Pour that diesel on that nigga, head to toe. Nigga, you over here having sex, raping your daughter, nigga? Nigga, yeah. What is it? This is gay. No, that nigga gonna be almost dead after we done threw them rocks on his ass and hit him all in his face and all in his body with that fucking stick and shit. And then douse that nigga with motherfucking diesel. And then flame that fuck nigga up, boy. That's where we come from. They still doing it overseas. Little nigga be raping little girls and shit. What they do to the nigga? I seen one time some little African nigga were raping little girls and shit. They had them niggas tied in a circle. They had them tied, like they had their hands tied in their back, and then they had like a big overall wrap, had them all in a circle and had them tied, and their hands was tied. They couldn't get away or nothing, and the police, the people of the village, the tribe people of the village let the mothers of the children come and just whoop them with sticks and throw rocks at them and all kind of shit. I'm talking about for real, bro. And then they were getting executed too. I seen that. Them African ladies were taking them sticks and whooping they motherfucking ass. You raped my daughter, bitch? I'm talking about they had some cold ass sticks. They were hitting them all in the face. They were just, nigga, shut up. You can't go nowhere. You finna die. Facts. Now it's getting serious because we finna start doing that shit again. We finna bring that shit back, boy. I'm telling you now. Make these women understand and make these men understand that our children is us for the future. All of our children is us for the future. They're just copies that we can morph into. And why would you go and take their crowns and do them like that where we can't, when you make their body dirty, then we can't even come up in there. So you blocking our reincarnations. You blocking our resurrections. Beat your motherfucking ass and burn your ass with fire, nigga. Somebody laughing. Somebody love that shit. It's somewhere out here. Somebody listening, but they laughing their ass out because they know it's real, though. Bring that Old Testament over here, boy. We figure that Old Testament is the real testament, I'll tell you. Like one of the laws that I really love in the Old Testament, the universal laws is, like Father, I really understood this when Father really made this serious to me. We gonna bring it into a new age. No, we can bring it back to the old age. Let's say this my land, and let's say one of the good people out here, they got an ox that tills the gardens and till a garden for you and stuff like that, and you ain't got an ox, but you need to till you a garden, and you go to that person, your neighbor, and be like, hey brother, can I use your ox to till me a garden? Now that's that person ox. That person be like, hell no, you ain't finna use my ox. Fuck that, no. But if a person have a beautiful, kind heart to say, yeah, you can use my ox, but please feed my ox. Here, I'll give you some food, because this is the type of food my ox want to eat on breaks when it's done, when it's taking a break from tilling. And just please take care of my ox. I'm going to take care of it. I got you. Well, you take the ox. You walk the ox all the way from your neighbor house all the way over to the house, and you put the till plow on the ox, and you start working the ox hard as you can. Go, yeah! Whipping the ox when the owner don't even whip the ox. Next thing you know, you ain't even fed the ox the food or nothing, and then the ox just krill over and die. Not only is you supposed to buy that man an ox, you need to get that man reimbursement for even coming and getting your ox. No, bitch, my ox costs like $5,000. I want 10. You feel me? Why would you come get my ox out its stall and take it and run it down and kill it? That's my ox. Or why would you come get my horse and then ride my horse and then you ride my horse down a terrain that breaks my horse leg? Not only would I my horses, you know, you gotta put them horses to sleep if you can't heal them. If my horse gotta be put to sleep, nigga, you finna buy me 2 horses. And then you can never really get back the love of 2 new horses as the love you had for that first horse you had. Because you don't know what that neighbor did to get that horse and how much he had to trials and tribulation that person had to do to get them a beautiful horse. Then you go and take the horse and ride it raggedly and then break the horse down. Yeah, bitch, you owe me 2 horses and some money, or we gonna gun you down. That's okay, in the modern day, I go and ask somebody, hey bro, can I use your truck, man? I gotta go and pick up this stuff, pick up this wood and stuff. All right, bro, just put some gas in it, man, and you know what I'm saying? I got you, bro. Yeah. Because yeah, man, my family cold, man. I need some firewood for the chimney. Can I borrow your truck? Yeah. Them motherfuckers been gone all day, and then your truck on the side of the road burnt out because he been running it up and down the street, overloading it and burnt it out. No, bitch, you owe me a brand new truck. That's how it really supposed to be. No, nigga, you need to go to the fucking car lot and get me a brand new truck right now. Cause you shouldn't have never came and got my truck and ran it out and burnt it out. You better go to that motherfucking car lot and get me a brand new 2025 right now. I don't give a fuck if it is a fucking 93. It was my 93 truck, and I let you use it, and then you go and fuck my truck up. The law of Moses. This is the law of Moses. No, go to the lot and get him a brand new motherfucking truck, you pussy ass nigga. Why would you take his truck and then running up and down the street? Next thing you know, the whole something happened and the motherfucker burn out. Can't crank no more. But before you got it, as soon as you turned it, but now, yeah, bitch, you better go to that motherfucking Ford company right now and go buy me a brand new 2025, or you gonna die. Period. That's the universal laws. It's all about respecting and loving your neighbor. And who is your neighbor? Every human upon this planet and non-human. You don't take people's shit and misuse it and do wrong to people. You don't. We ain't talking about going up in no damn store and you hungry and be like, man, fuck this shit, man. I don't want to violate the covenant. Let me tell you something, nigga. Let me tell you, what, you gonna starve, bitch? Ain't no starving when it comes to a fucking dirty ass grocery store. Nigga, there's too many grocery stores out here to starve. The only reason I don't do it, like them days when I do it now, but I'm talking about them days when cause I'm the one and only begotten son, so I can't put Father's name in vain. But let me tell you something, bitch. Let me tell you something. It's too many stores out here. Not the small business stores. That's your neighbor. They just barely getting by with it, like that little store on the corner up there, and them little stores. But like Walmart and Fred Meyers and shit, QFC and shit. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. As long as them stores on this fucking surface, bitch, I'm gonna eat, nigga. I'll never starve out here. I'm the emperor. I'm talking about with no money or no money. Nigga, I'll go in there and get a whole meal and walk right out that motherfucker What the fuck is that? Nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Try me you want to. You had to get shot in your head. Sir, did you pay for that? Bitch, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Now, if you go in somebody's house and go in their refrigerator and steal shit out their refrigerator, yeah, you need to get shot because you're violating your neighbor. Them motherfucker at Walmart, they take all that the out of date, the expiration date goes off on the shit, and they take all that food, that good food that they can come out here and give it to the brothers and sisters of the land. They take that shit and put it in an incubator and burn it. So what you think I'm gonna do if I'm starving? Bitch, I'm going up in there and get a whole meal and walk right out that motherfucker. If I have to. On God, if I have to, I'll walk right out that motherfucker. I done it many times. I'm rich now. I ain't got to do that shit no more. But at the end of the day, nigga, come on, man. Ain't no starving. Ain't no starving. But me talking about, man, I'm hungry. And then I see the mama house right there, and I go break up in her house and go in her refrigerator to steal some food, go in her cupboards to steal some food. Nigga, not only do I need to be fucking beat the fucking death, but I need to motherfucking get persecuted ASAP because you went up in mama house. You went up in your neighbor's house and stole shit. It's all about your neighbor. Father said the Bible is summed up just like this. Love the power that is greater than yourself, the hidden mysteries of the unseen of Father Lord Almighty. And he said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. That's the whole Bible. Now fuck all that other shit. You gotta respect your neighbors and love your neighbors. Who is your neighbors? We all on the same time plane. This all was the PLAN dash for the ETs. Planet. It was plant for the ET. This is a creation for the ETs, the extraterrestrials. Planet. And not only a plant for the ETs, but it's the PLANE of time. Planet, T, time plane. You gotta love your neighbors. You gotta love all your extraterrestrials. We're all aliens, but we're extraterrestrials. You gotta love your neighbors as you love yourself, man. But now if your neighbor don't love you, you know what I'm saying? That ain't your neighbor. If your neighbor, Father said, it was asked to Jesus. It was asked to me at that first age. It say, Father, who is our neighbor? If you say love our neighbor as we love ourselves, who is our neighbor? Because we got a lot of ops out here trying to destroy us. That's not our neighbors. Our neighbors is the one, if you see me laying on this ground damn near dead, you pick me up and you take me and put me in an ambulance and get me on up to that hospital, and you come up there and be like, y'all take care of him, and here go a little money. I'm gonna go and get him some clothes and stuff, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all help that brother. You know what I'm saying? That's your fucking neighbor. Not the pastor that'll walk over your body, you laying on the ground down there dying, and he just be like, ooh, what the fuck wrong with him? Or one of them wicked kings that'll, man, get that motherfucker and throw him on the side so I can ride through here. Throw his ass in the ditch. I'm the king. That ain't your fucking neighbor. Your neighbor is to be the main motherfucker, poor motherfucker that'll pick you up and put you on the back of his donkey and take you over to the hospital and get you healed and pay the doctors. So I don't want to hear all this corporate and industry shit as neighbors. That ain't shit. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Do you think I've been getting love out here? And I'm the ultimate neighbor of all neighbors? Come on, man.